Hello, guys and gals, and this is another episode. Well, this is another frank discussion. I don't know if this is gonna keep going or not. Actually, this was going to be all one part, but I ran out of time last week to implement this into the last video. The last video was about demons, and I basically didn't have time to really put too much thought into that one, so I kind of split it up into two. The two topics kind of breach each other quite often. So, anyways, this is going to be a frank discussion about dreams, which I don't exactly have a clinical definition for dreams. We won't be talking about um, aspirations or goals because those can also be called dreams. We won't be talking about the things that you can upload in Furcadia because those are called dreams as well. You can make your own little simulations and then upload them. Basically, Furcadia came a few years before Second Life. But anyways, Second Life was 3D, Furcadia was 2D. But anyways, uh, we're going to be talking about, the things that are sleep related. When a person falls asleep and they enter REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep, then that's when they dream. Anyways, first of all, we need to start off with a definition of like what dreams actually are. My personal definition would be dreams are a process of our minds working through everything that's happened the previous day, and also the process of working through problems that are going on in our subconscious. Anyways, that isn't very clinical, probably, but that's basically the way that I've always seen dreams. There was a time a long time ago that I felt that dreams didn't really make sense because a person's soul basically was teleported to an alternate dimension, and it basically we couldn't translate what we see. But I don't really see any evidence of that basically anymore. So the whole multi-dimensional thing, yeah, it would be neat if it was more like the DC universe where there was a definite multiverse. But anyways, like there's Earth 1 and Earth 313 and stuff like that. Anyways, we are going to talk about dreams though. Dreams usually occur. Some people don't have dreams because they don't really get deep enough into sleep. They don't enter REM sleep, so they don't really have dreams. And sometimes people have dreams and they just forget them. I mean, like me, I basically, whenever I wake up, I basically forget any dreams that I had the previous night. And the dreams that I do remember, that's probably a good thing because, yeah. Usually the only dreams that we remember are either very, very good or very, very bad. The ones that are mediocre are basically forgotten. Um, Anyways, we could go through the history of dreams, I suppose. I'm not sure exactly how accurate this information is going to be because it's just coming from the top of my head and I don't remember. But I do recall a biblical story of Jacob, I believe it was, where he dreamed of Jacob's ladder. So apparently, he was visited by God and told to, reunite with his brother Esau because they had been estranged because Jacob stole Esau's birthright. Something about red stew or something. He basically sold his birthright for a cup of, for a big old pot of stew, and yeah, that didn't really help the relationship any. So, anyways, later he went to work for somebody else for like 14 years or something, and then so yeah, then a wrestling match ensued, and Jacob ended up with a dislocated hip or something, and he was crippled for life after that. But, anyways, during this dream, he saw. I think the way to heaven was open, and he saw angels going up and down ladders. And I don't remember what the significance was of that. I'm not talking about the Jacob's Ladder piercing, because I don't even know what that is, or where it's located or anything like that. I don't know anything about piercings. Anytime I think about piercings, I think of the lead singer to of Disturbed and think of how it might be dangerous for him to go outside in lightning storm because he's got so much metal in his face. No hate, because I think he's one of the best singers around, and I just love his rendition of "The Sound of Silence." I don't know what the name of that song is. It's "Hello, Darkness, My Old Friend." You know that song. One of the best covers of that song was by Disturbed, the lead singer of Disturbed, I believe. And so yeah. Anyways, so Jacob's Ladder was also some kind of sci-fi movie or something, but it all goes back to the biblical thing. God used to talk to people through dreams. I think that Joseph, as in Mary and Joseph of the, you know, Christmas thing, um, he was informed in a dream that it was okay to take Mary as his wife because I think that was through a dream, or maybe an angel actually visited him. I don't remember. Sometimes I don't remember whether it was an angelic visitation, or a dream. And yeah, but yeah, it used to be that that would be one way that God would contact people, was through their dreams. Anyways, um, and I mean, yeah, okay. Now, in terms of dreams, there are dreams which I call just dreams, and then there's that song "Sweet Dreams." Sweet dreams are made of these, which later I made a spoof of called "Sweet Dreams Are Made of Cheese." So yeah. But anyways, there are sweet dreams, which we all hope for. That's why you say, "Oh, hey, sweet dreams," when before somebody goes to bed. But there are also nightmares, and the origin of that word, I know it had something to do with horses. If I remember right, and I did research on this once, um, there was a situation. Sorry, there was a situation where well, I remember a famous painting. It had a demon sitting on a woman's chest and a horse looking in the window. This horse, it looked blind and it was like white. I probably could find a picture, but I don't know. It might be a copyrighted image, so I don't want to do that. But um, the source of nightmare is basically because I think, anyways, don't quote me on this, is that horses would sometimes get like really sweaty and stuff in their stalls, and then they would be thought to be possessed or something. But what that had to do with dreams or something, I don't know. But anyways, there was that famous picture though of a demon squatting on a woman's chest, and this horse looking in the window. Really, really creepy. It was a picture that appeared in Clive Barker's Undying. Actually, it was one of the. Oh wait, maybe it was Seventh Guest. I'm thinking it was 11th Hour or Seventh Guest. One of those horror games. Um, I don't think it was Phantasmagoria. Maybe it was Phantasmagoria even. It was either Seventh Guest, 11th Hour, Phantasmagoria, or Clive Barker's Undying, and maybe it was several of those. For this picture would show up of this demon, presumably draining the life out of a woman by squatting on her chest, and then the horse looking in the window. So it had something to do with horses. I don't know, but anyway, nightmares are scary dreams, or in some lore they would be horses with fiery manes, like the Magic the Gathering card, which I have like four of, which was the nightmare. A horse with a black horse with a fiery mane and tail, kind of like a Rapidash, I guess, except maybe it was a black Rapidash. I don't know. Rapidash has lots of the Pokemon has lots of, you know, stuff like that. Anyways, um, so yeah, there's also scary dreams, and several movies capitalize on that on dreams. I don't remember which ones though. I only know of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. That's the Freddy Krueger movies. For those of you who basically, I know them as the Freddy Krueger movies. I don't know them as the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. But yeah, basically, what was notable about Freddy Krueger, and this does have to do with dreams, so it's poignant, is that he had the power to basically violate people's dreams, which really is scary if you think about it, because dreams are always thought to be private and maybe even safe places. But Freddy was able to infiltrate people's dreams while they slept. And even in the fifth movie, I believe it was The Dream Child, he was able to infiltrate people's dreams through the dreams of an unborn baby, which was really, really disconcerting. Um, and if you died in your dream, then you died in the method that Freddy killed you in your dream, which was like, oh boy, that's just crazy. Anyways, what I found scarier than Freddy Krueger was actually his house, because it had all those meat hooks hanging around and that big old furnace and all that ambiance. Yeah, Freddy himself really wasn't very scary, except for the concept of him being able to, infiltrate your dreams and kill you while you slept. But anyways, yeah, but yeah, and basically, I think that goes back to an old what they would call an old wives' tale or an old urban legend, where if you died in your sleep, or if you dreamed you were falling and you hit the bottom, then you'd die or something. But I can safely say that that it isn't true, because I know I've died in my dreams um, a lot, hundreds of times probably. I've seen myself die probably every single way imaginable. And I have even what's really weird though is like when you're falling, you have that dream where you're falling, and then like when you wake up, you hit the bed, so it's like, hey, maybe you were actually levitating. I don't know. I don't really have very many falling dreams these days. Um, but yeah, just briefly, I've seen myself drown several times actually in several different ways. In one dream, again, I don't remember when these took place or what the time frame was for these, but in one dream, I dreamed that I was on a tour bus and it basically drove off a bridge. And so I drowned. I saw myself drown. Another was I was in a submarine or something. It was really weird because I was like in a submarine and it sank, and so I drowned. All the water got higher, and then I died. Um, I've dreamed once that I was in a Doom-like video game, literally. It wasn't Doom, I don't think, but it was maybe like something like Quake. I just know that the one of the bosses had rocket launchers for arms, and he was on like this. He was mobile because he had wheels, like tank treads, and so I dreamed that, and this was first person perspective. I could hear around me, all these monsters and stuff, and basically I got blown to pieces in a video game. I've witnessed that, and so I've had lots of dreams where I've basically died, and so I can safely say that if you do die in your dream, you don't actually die in real life. That was basically something that Hollywood, I think, put together, or maybe it was just an old legend or superstition. But yeah, there's always the legend of Rip Van Winkle, who like slept for years, I think it was, but that doesn't really have much to do with dreams, except he probably had lots of dreams during that time. So, anyways, what do dreams actually mean? Well, it's hard to say. Usually, dreams are filled with symbolism. You can't really take dreams literally. Um, and basically, psychologists or people who actually study dreams for a living could probably decipher dreams, interpret dreams. Dream interpretation has been going on for even back in the time of Nebuchadnezzar, and probably even earlier than that, because there basically, as long as people have been around, there have been people, seers and you know wise men and stuff like that, holy men who have been able to decipher dreams. Um, it's really really weird though. I mean, back in the time of Daniel, um, the biblical Daniel, with Meshach, um, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and stuff like that. Those were actually their well, those were the names that Nebuchadnezzar gave them. I don't remember what their actual names were, but that's how we knew them. But even in the time of Daniel, there was a need for the interpretation of dreams, and some dreams can be prophetic. That doesn't really happen much these days, though some of the dreams I have had have actually come to fruition, or it was more like a deja vu kind of thing. But anyways, yeah. So dreams have different meanings, and it's really hard to tell what the meaning is because dreams are so out there, and sometimes they don't really make sense. I mean, it's kind of like looking at Salvador Dali's, the picture of the melting clocks. Sometimes dreams are like that. They're not really, they're surreal. They're not exactly rooted in reality. Um, I mean, I've had a dream before where there was this stone temple, and all the windows were barred up with iron bars, and on top there was lava actually in the shape of a star, and in the middle there was this elevator, like kind of like from Doom or something. But there was also up there were people up there, and up there were children that would turn into horses and then back, and it was really weird because part of the temple there was all this green grass, and then on the other side was all this lava. And up there was also some kind of Native American guy who kept knives in his hair. It was really weird. Um, like I say, I have no idea what any of that means. Another thing that's really weird about dreams, um, not so much about their meaning, is that it's just really weird that sometimes you can get information that you normally wouldn't have from them. And what do I mean by that? I'm not exactly sure. Um, there was a time when I don't know exactly how to say this. Oops. Well, haste. I wish I could turn off battery saver mode. Can I turn off battery saver mode? Oh, I guess I can't. Oh well. I wonder what HDR stands for, whatever that is. I don't know. Anyways, um, dreams are strange. That's all that I know. Um, and they sometimes have obscure meanings, basically. Um, Finding the meanings, maybe there's probably an online resource for all the dream stuff. So if you're really interested in that, I'm sure there's probably a website for that. But anyways, um, how long have we been recording? 18 minutes. Oh, geez. Okay. Um, I'm probably gonna have to wrap this up. I was going to go into some of my more interesting dreams that intersected with the other with demons, but anyways, I guess I could really quick go into one of them. I won't go into the last one, though I might have a special video just dedicated to that because it was really really weird. But anyway, this was either a dream or maybe it wasn't. I was really young at the time when this happened, and I was in a different room, a room that was really hot all the time because we had a big chest freezer in there, a big refrigerator, we had a washer and a dryer, and so there's a lot of heat in there, and it was a room that was basically between the kitchen and just outside one door was the stairway upstairs, and then through the room that was the bathroom. So, anyways, I remember that I was young, and maybe I was a little bit sick or something. Maybe I had a fever. I'm not sure, but anyways, I woke up and I saw this light, and it was. I thought, well, that's weird, and it was kind of floating. And I mean, there's this big refrigerator, so you can't really see around the corner. So eventually, this light went around the corner really slowly, and it was an angel. Well, what looked like an angel. It was basically someone floating who had a female face and wings. And, well, you'd think that I'd be reassured by that, but it scared me so badly that I couldn't move. And it just kept floating towards me, And then when it reached the edge of my bed, it's like I woke up. So it might have been a dream, a fever dream of some sort, but it's always stuck with me that I mean, if it had actually been an angel, biblically they'd always say, "Hey, don't worry, don't be afraid," But this was like a paralysis demon, I suppose, is what they'd call it these days, because I literally couldn't move and I couldn't scream, and it was really really weird because I was completely paralyzed. I don't know if that was because of fear or what, but that was just one of the weird dreams I had, and maybe next week I will go into another dream that was let's just say it's a dream I'm never going to forget, even though I kind of wish I could. But anyways, that is going to do it for this. And if you found this at all useful, then make sure you like and subscribe, ring the bell so you know when I upload. Also, want to support me in any way, if you want to join the Discord server, all the information will be in the description below. And as always, thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day.